What's going on, everyone? Daniel here, and welcome to my Scream Queen Season 2, Episode 2 spoiler review. Make sure you have seen the episode. It should take me about 2 minutes to recap it, then give you the pros, cons, and final score. Thanks so much for joining me. Also, if you guys haven't seen my Scream Queen Season 2 premiere review from last week, it will be in the description down below. As well, if you guys don't know already, over the next 3 months, I will be reviewing over 43 TV shows. Recently this week, Shameless, Ash vs. Evil Dead, tomorrow The Flash, Wednesday Arrow, a lot more, man. Check out the channel. So we begin this Scream Queens with Colton Haynes playing Tyler. Of course, Colton Haynes played Roy Harper in Arrow, as well he was in Teen Wolf. Now he plays this guy named Tyler, who has a bunch of warts all over him. Basically, he's the Thing from Fantastic Four. Now, Chanel number 5 is alive. I'm very happy for that. I'm very glad. I'm like, Chanel number 5, you rock, and she is beautiful. I like her. I think she's kind of cute, man. She is alive. Very happy for that. Chanel and Holt go on this date. Man, they're talking during the movie. I don't like people like that. You can't do that. You cannot do that. When people pay to go see a movie, you don't talk. I don't even know if they pay. They're probably like a free movie now or whatever. Anyway, uncontrollable hand, always going crazy with that. Chad ends up returning, and his friend gets scared easily. You do this, you do that, you do something weird, you scare him like that. He's like, ah! He screams, and, well, that's a little thing that's going on with him. So Chanel number 5 will help Tyler, and we go to this flashback of the Halloween massacre that happened at this hospital that Zayday and her friend ended up uncovering. Now, the killer killed all the staff, and it's the Green Demon Killer, the Green Devil Killer, and Holt and Chad talk while taking showers. We get to see John Stamos again in the showers, which we don't get to see his butt this time. I think we saw his butt last week, I believe. But it's very weird because like Chad's like looking in and out, and then he steps in the shower with him, and I'm like, you have to be a man. You have to be a man's man to stand in the shower with John Stamos. No man could do that, man. You'd be too frightened. That's like walking into a room and standing right in front of Elvis. You just can't do that. Now, anyway, they will battle. They will do squash or play squash, whatever it's called, rich people do, for Chanel. You could do better than Emma Roberts, man. You guys could do better than Emma Roberts. Come on. I like Emma Roberts, but she's too skinny. She's like, just, I don't know. I guess they're into that, but so the Green Devil ends up striking Dean Munch, and she's about to lift the mask, a little Scooby-Doo moment, but then Cassidy and like Chanel number 2 or Chanel number 3, whatever that Chanel is, end up interrupting, so the killer gets away. Now, Dean Munch is dying, we find out, so she ended up eating like a person, but she didn't know that she was eating a person, like cannibalism, basically, so sucks for that. There is really no cure for her. Holt threatens Chad, and Denise ends up returning. So she mentions Quantico. She's like, in the hit show Quantico Season 2 on ABC. And I review Quantico. I just uploaded my Episode 1 Season 2 review today. I'm like, god damn, always I like the reference there. I like it. So they end up visiting Hester, and she knows who the killer is. Now, Holt's hand is from a serial killer, and Chanel gets the money for Tyler. Not Chanel number 5, they were trying to raise money, but Chanel Emma Roberts, she ended up getting money for Tyler, and then like he kind of like goes over there. So Tyler ends up getting killed, long story short, and Chanel number 5 is totally heartbroken. Chanel says we have another killer on the loose at the end. No, not like last week that a person didn't get decapitated. The werewolf did not. Like, no way, that girl with the hair, like, oh, we have another killer on our hands. Oh, no. So anyway, on to the pros and cons. Now, I'm going to say this every single week until his character dies, or unless he's the killer, but John Stamos, dude, Dr. Holt, I love all the scenes he's in, the shower scenes, the scenes with Chad, the movie scene, and I love the detailed backstory that they gave him of the hand where it came from of the serial killer. Even though I'm not a big fan of Colton Haynes, all that makeup and prosthetics and everything he had to wear, first off, to the makeup crew, awesome, and the way he played it off. I liked his character of Tyler, and I'm sad that we don't get to see him. I kind of wish he stayed for a few episodes. That would have been really cool. But it was predictable, his death. I kind of once at a certain point of the episode, I was like, he's probably gonna die at the end of the episode, knowing that they killed the werewolf girl last week, and now they're probably gonna kill him. Chanel number 5 obviously can't be happy. But much luck to Colton Haynes, man. I enjoyed his character a lot, and it sucks that they killed him off. But everything that he did in here, and the scenes with Chanel number 5, and her standing up or defending him at that restaurant and everything were some pretty cool scenes. Denise making that Quantico reference, I guess you could say that's breaking the fourth wall right there. I love the joke. I was literally laughing my ass off because I just saw Quantico a few days before that, then I uploaded my review today, and she kept on mentioning Quantico, and then she mentioned the show, and I was thinking, is she going to mention the show? She ain't going to mention the, season 2, ABC. I'm like, that's smart. That's smart. Now, I do have a few problems that I will get into with the 1980s hospital massacre scene, but I thought for the most part it was pretty interesting. I like the jokes, and the girl's a rocket ship or something, and she's like, we're going to recreate it. The dirty jokes always work somehow for Scream Queens. Now, I said this in my Scream Queen Season 2 premiere review, but I never finished Scream Queen Season 1. I have all my episodes on the DVR. I think I was only 5 or 6 episodes in, but I will watch all of Season 1, I promise, when I have the time, probably by early 2017. But Chad was always an interesting character to me. He was the douchey white rich boy that somehow Chanel always liked, and he was such a douche to her, and I just like the character Chad. I'm glad he's still alive, and I'm glad he's back on this show. Hopefully he's not going to just be back for a few episodes. I hope he's going to be back for the whole show. I really like his character. Knowing Holt or something, you know, he confronted Holt and said he knows about his hand and everything, so who knows what they're going to do with Chad in the future. But I love his entrance with the Red Devil costume. I thought that was cool, and what a way to make an entrance back into the series, right? I'm very happy that Chanel number 5 is still alive. That's what I said last week. If I was the killer, I would have killed the werewolf girl, and then I'm not going to kill both of them. I need a witness to stay behind so she could tell the others that this killer is back, or that this person that I'm like gonna kill all of you or something. You need to, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to keep one person alive. Like, back in war days, or like, go tell your captain or whatever, this is gonna happen. You know, I'm going to kill everyone else like I did here if they don't back down or something. You know what I mean? Like, you leave one witness behind, or you leave one person so they could go to the others and say what happened. And like I mentioned earlier, Holt's serial killer hand, the way they detailed the backstory and they showed it, and the way the serial killer actually killed the people with his, like, racket, and the knife came out, which was pretty weird, and the guy got stabbed in the shower and everything. So the guy was basically jealous. You lose, like, if they beat me, I kill you. And pretty stupid. So Dr. Holt may have the hand of an infamous serial killer, but he also has a hand of a sore loser. Now, some of the stuff that I didn't enjoy about this week's episode, of course, is Tyler dying. I really liked his character, and I just kind of found it predictable that they would have killed him off. With his character, and with, Colton Haynes, and he'll get all the girls to come and watch the show, and the ratings-wise, you should have kept him for at least 2 or 3 episodes and let the kind of story build up. Then, like, if every freak that comes around every single week, if they're just going to get killed off by the end of the episode, that's going to be boring. If, like, oh, I have this illness, and then they die by the end of the episode, if that's always going to happen, then that's going to get really old really quick. But, again, I'm not a big fan of Colton Haynes, but I liked his character of Tyler, and I really wish that they would have kept him at least for another episode. And, that could have had a little bit more Chanel and him time. But I just found it, again, predictable. Like, during a part of the episode, I kind of thought to myself, they're probably going to kill him. Now, going back to the 1980s hospital massacre scene, you're telling me that killer killed every single person. And I know, it's kind of a smartass. I know I'm kind of being a smartass, but let's be honest. Let's be real about it. How could he kill every single person? There would have to have been multiple killers. And maybe there was multiple killers. They never showed multiple killers, but there had to have been, because there was only like one guy of a killer, and there were like 20, 30 people at that party. You couldn't tell me that he killed all of them. And they died where they were dancing, and he did not kill every single, unless he poisoned them or something. He wouldn't have been able to kill all of them. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the ending, and I know, like, what do you mean weren't a big fan of the ending, or it wasn't a big deal? I'm not saying it's not a big deal, it's fine, the ending was okay, but, and again, kind of being a smartass a little bit, when she's saying, like, oh, we have another killer on the loose. Yeah, I mean, there was a killer at the end of last week's episode and a person got decapitated, so there was already a killer on the loose last week, and now that you're seeing that a dead body, you've seen a dead body before, and at the beginning of the episode you should have said there's a killer on the loose. Obviously, there is a killer on the loose, and at the end you're like, there's another killer on the loose. No, of course there is. But other than that, I thought that this week's episode was just good. I'm going to give Scream Queen Season 2, Episode 2, a B-. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed, make sure to smack that like button. You can comment down below to me what you guys thought about the episode. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Make sure to share this review with your friends and hit that subscribe button for more awesome Scream Queen reviews every single week. And I believe there is no Scream Queens this week. It's taking a week off and it returns next week. So I should be up to date. I'll probably upload it that Tuesday night or Wednesday night. Thanks again. Love you all. Join the Big D Nation. The road to 500 has begun. Till next time, bye-bye.